Princess and the Peas by Carol Hart. Lily Rose May was a sweet little girlie. Her eyes were bright blue and her hair was so curly. She lived with her dad in a beautiful wood. She was kind and polite and usually good. She did all her homework and cared for her rabbits. She did not pick her nose or have other bad habits. She kept her room neat and was eager to please until one day her daddy tried feeding her peas. When Lily Rose May found the peas on her plate, she worked herself into a terrible state. "But darling," said Dad, "can't you manage a few? They're ever so tiny and so good for you." Lily ran out, her dinner uneaten, but Dad was determined he wouldn't be beaten. So he went to the library and brought home a book. Then he pulled on his apron and started to cook. He laid the food out in a beautiful feast, feeling sure Lily Rose would eat one pea at least. But Lily Rose May said it made her feel poorly. The next day, the doctor jumped out of his car, shouting, "Lily Rose May, open wide, say, all, with all things considered, I have to assess. This disease has no cure. The girl's a princess." "You have to be joking," her father exclaimed. "She's a princess, all right," the doctor explained. And to prove it, he told them a terrible tale of a beautiful maiden caught up in a gale. She came to the palace all covered in snow, shouting, "Please let me in, I'm a princess, you know." To make sure the poor girl was telling the truth, the queen made a bed piled as high as the roof. And right at the bottom, she snuck in a pea and tucked the girl in with a hot mug of tea. You see, every princess is allergic to peas, so she said to the queen, "Do get rid of it, please." The queen was so sorry, she vowed there and then to never have peas in the palace again. And that is why Lily Rose May should pack up and move to the palace today. Lily Rose May gave her daddy a cuddle. "Oh, what shall I do? I'm in such a big muddle. I would so love to live at the palace, it's true, but I want to stay here in the forest with you." Then off to the palace went Lily Rose May, with a promise to write her dad every day. The queen said, "How lovely, a brand new princess. Here, have lots of jewels and a pretty new dress." So she put on her dress and some fabulous shoes. She had great fun deciding which earrings to choose. She placed a tiara on top of her head, then flipped on the TV and bounced on her bed. When the clock on the landing was striking midday, Lily swept down to lunch in a princessly way. "Ah, there you are, darling," the king and queen smiled. "You're safe now, don't worry, you poor little child. We know you've been having a terrible time. Your own dad gave you peas, what a hideous crime. But now you shall live like a proper princess. Do you know what we're having for lunch? Can you guess? Our very best chef made it specially for you. A lovely big bowl of cold cabbage stew."